بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Brothers and sisters, this is another recording in our series of the book of Hajj from Umdatul Fiqh by Imam Ibn Qudama al-Maqdisi rahimahullah. And now we are in the book of Mawaqit, or the places or sites of Ihram. Ibn Qudama rahimahullah, he states, وميقات أهل المدينة ذو الحليفة وأهل الشام والمغرب ومصر الجحفة واليمن يلملم ولنجد قرن وللمشرق ذات إرق. The miqat, or place of ihram, of the people of Medina is Dhul Hulayfa. For the people of Sham and Maghrib in Egypt is Al-Juhfa. For Yemen, their site is Yalamlam, and for Najd it is Qarn, and for the Mashriq it is Dhatu Irq. The point in which the Hajj, this is a footnote, the point in which the pilgrim must enter the state of Ihram is called miqat. The word miqat, or plural mawaqit, is used to refer not only to a particular place but also to times, as in mawaqit as-salat, or the fixed times of the prayers. Sham is Greater Syria, and this area includes the current states of Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine. May Allah liberate it. Maghrib is the area of North Africa that includes the current states of Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. Al-Mashriq means east, and this is Iraq and all of the Muslim lands east of Iraq. There is, however, controversy over whether the miqat Dhatu Irq was assigned by the Messenger of Allah ﷺ or by Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. It could have been assigned by the Prophet ﷺ and again by Umar radiallahu anhu, who did not know that the Prophet ﷺ had assigned it for Ahl al-Mashriq, or the people of the East. In this way, we reconcile the various reports. Back to the text. فهذه المواقيت لأهلها ولكل من يمر عليها. So these mawaqit, or sites of ihram, are for the people who live there and for those who cross by them or through them. Text. Ibn Qudama rahimahullah states, ومن كان منزله دون الميقات أقرب إلى مكة من الميقات فميقاته من منزله حتى أهل مكة يحلون منها لحجهم ويحلون للعمرة من أدنى الحل. For someone whose house is closer to Mecca than the miqat, and this goes for the people of Mecca as well, his miqat is from his home. However, they enter into ihram for umrah from the closest place outside the sacred area, or outside the haram. Footnote. The ruling of the people of Mecca. The position above is that of the majority, i.e., if people are from Mecca or closer to Mecca than the mawaqit, then they make ihram from their homes. This position is the position of the majority of scholars. Some scholars said that the people of Mecca may enter into ihram for umrah from Mecca itself, because of the general meaning of the aforementioned hadith of Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. However, when the Prophet ﷺ allowed Aisha to perform Umrah during the farewell pilgrimage, he commanded her brother Abdur-Rahman radiallahu anhu to take her to At-Tan'im, which is the closest area to the Kaaba that is outside the Haram area. Based on this, the vast majority of scholars maintain that the people of Mecca need to go out of the Haram to enter Ihram for Umrah. The reason why they do not go out of the Haram to make Ihram for Hajj is that during the rituals of Hajj, they will go out of the sacred land, i.e. to go to Arafah or Muzdalifah. Thus, in both Hajj and Umrah, for the people of Mecca and others, they will both be in and outside the sacred land during their state of Ihram. All of the above is based on an agreed hadith such as the following, or agreed upon reports such as the following. وقت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لأهل المدينة ذا الحليفة ولأهل الشام الجحفة ولأهل نجد قرن المنازل ولأهل اليمن يلملم قال فهن لهن ولمن أتى عليهن من غير أهلهن ممن أراد الحج والعمرة فمن كان دونهن فمن أهله وكذا فكذلك حتى أهل مكة يحلون منها. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ assigned Dhul Hulayfa as the miqat for the people of Medina, Al-Juh for the people of Sham, Qarn al-Manazil for the people of Najd, and Yalamlam for the people of Yemen. He ﷺ said, these mawaqit are for the people who are residing in those places and for those who come through them wanting to perform Hajj or Umrah. Whoever lives closer to the Haram than these places enters into Ihram from his place of residence. Even the people of Mecca, they would enter into Ihram from Mecca. Back to the text. Ibn Qudam rahimahullah says, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ طَرِيقُهُ عَلَى مِيقَاتٍ فَمِيقَاتُهُ حَذْوَ أَقْرَبِهَا إِلَيْهِ. As for someone whose way does not pass by miqat, his miqat would be the closest miqat to him. ولا يجوز لمن أراد دخول مكة تجاوز الميقات غير محرم إلا لقتال مباح وحاجة تتكرر كالحطاب ونحوه. It is not permissible for one who wants to enter Mecca to pass the miqat without entering into the state of Ihram, except in the case of permissible fighting or a recurring need such as gathering firewood or similar cases. Footnote regarding those who pass by the miqat who have no miqat. Those who do not pass by miqat, his miqat would be the closest miqat to him. It means that their miqat should be at the same distance from Mecca as the closest of the original mawaqit to them. And this is based on what Umar radiallahu anhu did when he assigned Dhatu Irq for the people of Iraq. He said, see what is parallel to Qarn from your side. And Dhatu Irq was chosen because it was the same distance from the Kaaba as Qarn, and it was from their side or their direction. One should do the same when traveling by air or sea, entering into Ihram while passing the mawaqit. A few contemporary scholars allow those arriving in Jeddah by air to enter into the state of Ihram from Jeddah. However, the vast majority do not allow this. Passing by miqat for any reason, By consensus, a pilgrim who intends to perform Hajj or Umrah needs to enter into the state of Ihram at the Miqat. But if one is going to Jeddah, Badr, or some other place other than Mecca, he or she does not need to do so. The middle case is when one passes through the Miqat intending to go to Mecca, but not for Hajj or Umrah. And here there are two cases. One, frequent visitors like business people and delivery people do not need to get into the state of Ihram. Two, the disagreement within the madhab is about the one who visits Mecca infrequently for reasons other than Hajj and Umrah, such as visiting family or friends. Imam Ibn Qudama believes here that such a person must get into the state of Ihram. The second opinion within the madhab is that this is not required, because the Prophet ﷺ said, as mentioned previously, فهن لهن ولمن أتى عليهن من غير أهلهن ممن أراد الحج والعمرة. These mawaqit are for the people who are residing in those places and for those who come through them wanting to perform Hajj or Umrah. Back to the text. ثم إذا أراد النسك أحرم من موضعه وإن جاوزه غير محرم رجع فأحرم من الميقات ولا دم عليه لأنه أحرم من ميقاته فإن أحرم من دونه فعليه دم سواء رجع إلى الميقات أو لم يرجع. If he intends the rites of Hajj and Umrah, Hajj and or Umrah, he should enter the state of Ihram from his place. This is referring to the person who lives closer to Mecca than the mawaqit. If he crosses it without Ihram, meaning the person who's going through these areas, if he crosses through it without Ihram, and this refers, like I said, to people who live outside the mawaqit and they're going through these areas. He says, if he crosses it without Ihram, he should go back and enter the state of Ihram from the miqat. And no animal sacrifice is required of him if he does so. However, if he enters the state of Ihram from a place closer to the Haram than the miqat, then an offering of an animal is due on him, whether or not he goes back to the Ihram site. This means that if a person goes through the mawaqit without making the intention and then makes intention closer to Mecca, and he is not from those who reside within or after these mawaqit, he's actually from someone who resides outside the mawaqit, then he has to offer a sacrificial animal or an animal for sacrifice to compensate not making ihram from the ihram site. Ibn Qudama rahimahullah says, وَالْأَفْضَلُ أَنْ لَا يُحْرِمَ قَبْلَ الْمِيقَاتِ فَإِنْ فَعَلَ فَهُوَ مُحْرِمٌ وَأَشْهَرُ الْحَجِّ شَوَّالُ وَذُو الْقِعْدَةِ وَعَشْرَةٌ مِنْ ذِي الْحِجَّةِ. It is better not to enter into ihram before the miqat, but if one does, then he is in the state of ihram. The months of Hajj are Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Footnote: if a person passed through the miqat without ihram, not intending to perform Hajj or Umrah, and then decided to perform Hajj or Umrah, he or she would enter into the state of ihram from wherever he or she is. I'll repeat this again because it's very important. If a person passed through the miqat without ihram, not intending to perform Hajj or Umrah, and then decided to perform Hajj or Umrah, he or she would enter into the state of ihram from wherever he or she is, without having to go back to the miqat. If someone wanted to perform Hajj or Umrah but crossed the miqat without entering ihram, he has to go back. And if he does not go back, he has to offer an animal for sacrifice. And this is a sheep or a goat or a camel or cow. It's very important to know that following the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is better, and following the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and waiting to make ihram at the miqat is always better than making the ihram from one's house and causing oneself extra hardship. And you will never precede the Prophet ﷺ in anything good. You could never do more and better than the Prophet ﷺ. In this regard, read the following beautiful report about Imam Malik when he was asked about making ihram before the miqat. A man came to Imam Malik rahimahullah and said, "O Abu Abdullah, where should I get into ihram or into the state of ihram?" He said, "From Dhul Hulayfa, where the Messenger of Allah ﷺ made it." The man said, "I want to get into ihram, the state of ihram, from the masjid," means the Prophet's mosque, which is about a few miles before the miqat Dhul Hulayfa. "I want to get into the state of ihram from the masjid, from near the grave of the Prophet ﷺ." Imam Malik said, "Do not do this, for I fear you're falling into fitna, misguidance, trial, affliction, temptation, etc." He said, "What fitna? I'm just adding a few miles." Imam Malik said, "What fitna is greater than your thinking that you have gone first to do something better than the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, or to do something the Messenger of Allah ﷺ failed to do? I heard that Allah the Almighty says, or Allah the Almighty said, فَلْيَحْذَرِ الَّذِينَ يُخَالِفُونَ عَنْ أَمْرِهِ أَن تُصِيبَهُمْ فِتْنَةٌ أَوْ يُصِيبَهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ." So let those beware who contradict and go against your command, or meaning the command of the Prophet ﷺ, lest fitna strikes them or a painful punishment touches them. Reported by Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimahullah. All of the scholars, or all of Dhul Hijjah is included in the months of Hajj. All of Dhul Hijjah is included in the months of Hajj. That opinion seems to be accepted by many contemporary scholars, who therefore allow deferring Tawaf al-Ifada, also known as Tawaf al-Ziyara, the main Tawaf, which is a pillar of Hajj, to be performed on the day of Eid up to the end of the Hijjah. This means that Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and the 10 days of the Hijjah are the days of Hajj. Before that, there's a difference of opinion whether Hajj will be accepted if a person makes intention in Ramadan. And then the opinion of many scholars, and this is the opinion of the Maliki madhab, that all of the Hijjah, not only the 10 days of the Hijjah, are the days of performing the rites of Hajj. And this means, if you take the opinion of the Maliki madhab, it is permissible to delay making the tawaf al-ifada, which is the main tawaf, until the end of the Hijjah. However, in the Hanbali madhab, this would not be allowed. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is the end of the third recording in the book of Hajj, the book of Mawaqid, from Umdatul Fiqh by Ibn Qudama rahimahullah.